Welcome, welcome. It's an open forum today. If anybody has any questions, other than that, I will be probably talking about these planes that are crashing. Um, some other current events. Such as the ongoing racism that doesn't seem to end. Um, our current administration and president. So if I don't have a whole lot of participation, I'm probably not going to keep this live up. I'm just going to test run it and see how it goes. But yeah, this current administration, I don't even know what to say about it. There's so much to say about it. And 2025 definitely is the year, not the year, it's been several years in the making, but we've had several years of just revelation and revealing and unearthing truths and uncovering lies and deception and things of that nature. And even with the cartoon The Simpsons, I mean, so much is being revealed, and we think these things are just are fun and games, but some of the spiritual laws, as far as that is concerned, it says that you have to tell people what is going on, because if they can never say that you didn't show them, or they didn't see it, you know. So these people that are in control, they already know what's going to happen, they know what they're going to do, and they are telling us. They're telling us in the movies, they're telling us in these cartoons and things that we think are innocent or have no bearing. They're actually telling us a lot. The last movie that I watched was War of the Worlds, and it's a remake of the Tom Cruise movie, but this one is starring Ice Cube. And I always find it interesting when they start to switch things, and they start putting black people or African Americans in traditionally Caucasian or white held roles, you know, like Captain America, Iron Man, I think they did as well, Spider-Man, and things like that. It's like even that subconsciously is telling us something. But you know, the other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is these planes crashing. Off the coast of North Carolina the other day, there was a small private plane that crashed. The person survived, but there was also a second plane crash very close to that one. And then you have all of these commercial planes crashing, and it's to the point now my husband we keep looking at the news. We're like, okay, this is not an accident. It's either a distraction, or these things are being done on purpose for whatever reason to discredit the aviation administration, or you know, just to, you know, I don't know, lighten humanity as far as lives are concerned or something. I don't even know, because it's just crazy, and it's scary that, you know, so much blame gets put on the previous administration, and things seem to be falling apart at the seams right now. It's unreal. It's a little bit crazy, y'all. I mean, what do you all think about all of these plane crashes? I don't think in the past few years I've ever heard of this many plane crashes in such a short period of time. Thank you. How do you pronounce your name? Let me know if I'm getting it right. Sule Miranda. But let me know what you all think about current events, all these plane crashes, what's going on with the Epstein files and Donald Trump and things like that. I just almost always at a loss of words when I watch the news, because it seems like every time I watch the news it's the same thing over and over. And I like to watch this channel called Democracy Now, and every episode seems like for the past year has began with or begun with, I don't excuse my terminology there, but it has begun with the war that's going on over in Israel, and it's overwhelming. And I can sense and I can feel myself becoming desensitized, and I hate to say that, but it's like I already know what I'm going to hear when I watch the news. I already know what they're going to say. I'm going to see dead bodies. I'm going to see famished people and bare bones, and people that have been starved almost to death, and people that have been starved to death, people that have been murdered and killed because they're going to get some food. And the world is just watching this. We're just sitting, we're literally just sitting and watching this. In the past, in centuries past, it was not televised. You just hear about it. And some things we're just now hearing about that have happened years ago. But now we're sitting in real time watching people wither away and be killed and massacred. And there are even some places in the world that is not being televised, like over in Africa and in Sudan and sub-Saharan areas and things like that. And in 2025, to believe that, you know, in a first world country like this, we're just standing by watching it happen. And not long ago, it was actually happening here on these lands, on this ground. And history repeats itself. And, you know, it's just, where are we today, y'all? What is going on? For real. And you know that these are birth pangs for something much bigger that's to come, because it can't remain this way forever. You know, the people on top can't remain on top forever. The people on the bottom can't remain on the bottom forever. And I do feel a definite shift, and things are shifting and changing for sure. And you have to have times like this when a big change is about to come. Hi, your hunting girl, Madison. How are you today? Hi, Sule. It's okay, girl. Life is hard. Yeah, life is hard. I agree. Especially for people to be adding on all this extra crap that's not necessary. You know, just unnecessary. I'm like, what is the point? If you're trying to kill everybody off, who else is going to be here to even, you know, be on the earth with you? What point? You know, sometimes people in power just, I don't even think they think far enough. Sometimes it's just selfishness and greed that propels them. You know, let's see, Kashi Poo Poo or Popo, hold the camera for a Lamar edit. I don't know what a Lamar edit. You have to excuse me. I'm a bit of an amateur. I'm just here, just, you know, talking today about current events. If you all have anything you'd like me to talk about, or you'd like to bring up a question or anything, please put it in the chat. You know, I don't want this just to be a one-way street. I like to interact as much as I possibly can and hear people's ideas and feelings and comments and things of that nature also. But yeah, have you all heard about the trucking incident with this African-American man? He went to this landfill, I think is in Camden or Clayton, North Carolina. They were, you know, had some racist jargon going on. They called the sheriff. The sheriff even had the same jargon going on. And they turned over this man's 18-wheeler while he was there trying to do his job. Now, see, these are the things that are still happening. These are the types of things that are still happening. And black people, black Americans, African Americans are still being gaslit into thinking that we are overreacting. Racism still does not exist. There is nothing wrong. We're not slaves anymore, so we should stop talking about it. Stop asking for reparations. And you know that it's all under the bridge, and it's water under the bridge, and it's the past. But it's not the past. We're still living this each and every day. And if one of us is going through it, all of us are going through it. And especially if you have a child, the mind is a serious thing. And if you have a child in this current system, or it's just it's something to be thought about. You know, things are crazy. You know, it's a lot going on in the world, y'all. And it's easy to get overwhelmed, but just know that this is just the beginning, or the end, I should say, of the way that things are and what's to come. And so that's the end of this live. If you all don't have any other questions or comments for me, I'm going to go ahead and end it today. Those were just a few of my thoughts. And I wanted to encourage you all, and you all be blessed.